EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from the Superdome. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Looking to throw to get started. It's Rattler. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Rattler now back to throw. And they're going to get him again. Remarkable. How about that to start the game? 2 sacks on the first 2 plays. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Hayner.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky. He at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cora. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. In motion comes Walker. Once again, it's Corum. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. They run with Cora. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
On the RPO, a throw to Flowers. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's a run. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run the sneak. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. He'll try it now with Hook. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and They come away with 6, so that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This fielded at about the 9. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Open man, downfield. Chase has it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
To throw, it's Rattler. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Rattler gonna throw. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are through 1. It's the Ravens out front. More from New Orleans after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Rattler. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Here's Rattler. And This is not going to get it done. Not even close to picking up the first down. And they will turn it over on downs. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be taken down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
A short kick down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Corum. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They'll run. Here's Corum. And he's going to be stopped. He gets 2 down to the 2-yard line, but now it's 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. They're going to keep the hammer down and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard of the game, forces the turnover on downs.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 85 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and through. The Saints will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. Now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Rattler. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
2 minutes to play. 1st half, all tied at 7. We're back to New Orleans after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Checking it down. This one is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they are into field goal range at the 27.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They say no to the field goal, but that backfires. They're going to come away with nothing as this 1st half comes to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. First and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. I mean, how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Rattler now back to throw. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. You can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone. It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Saints. Out comes Slide for the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
He's got it. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now Rattler gonna throw. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And he'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Just seems like the quarterback and the wide receiver just aren't quite on the same page. That's a throw we've seen them make time and time again throughout the year, and on this one, just a little bit off.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. On the ground, it's Corum to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Big opening up the middle. Still going. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play. quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
Here's Rattler. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
To throw, it's Rattler. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he will get into the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown, but sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one caught downfield by Flowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They run out of the gun with Cora. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Oh, he punts up the football. The Saints have got it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Throwing now is Rattler. He's got his big tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Saints. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now here in this 4th quarter. The tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this on the ground with Corum. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Corum running left. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Now, faking the give. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the air now on 1st and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing is Rattler. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Now 1st carry here for Keaton Mitchell. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's the tight end. Pitts. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Rattler now back to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A give to Mitchell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Now on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter? Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Mitchell. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
All 3 timeouts left. How much that's going to matter remains to be seen. Here comes 1st and 10. Now it's Mitchell. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Another try, 2nd and 10. They'll stick to the ground. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout.
A 37-yard attempt.
So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And the Saints are going to move out in front. So, this one, a win for the Saints. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.